Namaste, namaste, and welcome to this Moon Salutation practice. So today we're going to do a variation of the Moon Salutation. This is more towards a sort of, it's not quite a classical Moon Salutation, but it's certainly the most commonly practiced Moon Salutation that I've ever come across. So I've got a couple of blocks on my mat here, and you may like them for parts of the practice, usually at one end or the other, or one end and the other, if that makes sense. Very good. So we are going to start our practice towards the right-hand side of the mat, but we move to the left. And in this sequence, we move through the width of the mat to the other side and then move through the width of the mat back again. So sometimes we'll be orientated towards the short end of our mats, but most of the time orientated towards the center of the mat. So if you are setting up your screen somewhere that's handy for viewing, probably as you look at the top of your mat towards the left-hand side of it, put it somewhere there. So we're going to start with our feet just a comfortable distance apart from each other, and we want to begin with Tadasana, always with that sense of grounding, releasing down into the mat. Finding center before we begin our practice. Throughout the practice, we're focused on giving ourselves enough lift with our pelvic floor and the abdominal muscles to feel strong support in the center so that we can move from center in a way that feels good to us. Let's begin by taking a deep breath in, take the arms around the body and up. And as you breathe out, bring the palms together at the center of the chest. Interlace your fingers, turn the palms out, and as you breathe in, take the arms up. And as you breathe out, lean to your right, lengthening the left side of your body. Breathing in back to the center, and as you breathe out, lean to your left, lengthening the right side of your body. Breathe in back to center, and then as you breathe out, step your feet nice and wide and come into a wide leg squat, breathing out. So here we are just going to hold while we get the position correct this time. So it's a little firming of the buttocks, rolling the knees over the feet, which might mean rolling to the outside edge of your feet, but making sure you're still contacting the big toe joint into the floor, drawing the elbows back towards each other and elbows sliding down to open your chest, maybe a gentle tucking under and lifting in the pelvis. So here we hold for a breath, deep breath in, deep breath out. And then we're going to lengthen the legs as we turn the feet to the right. So the feet are turning to the right, the left foot, the foot will point slightly in front, right foot out to the right, and we take triangle pose. So here we want to firm the center of the body, reach the right hand over the right foot and pivot down to reach anywhere. You can reach for a block or reach for your leg, reach for the floor if you wish, roll the left shoulder backwards, the right shoulder forwards, lengthening up into the fingertips, looking either up or forwards, not down. And then from here, deep breath in, deep breath out in triangle pose. We're going to let that left arm come down, and as it comes down, we pivot our hips to the front and we pivot on that back foot to lengthen the arms forward and lengthen out of our hips and fold into pyramid pose over straight-ish legs. So if they don't want to be absolutely straight, it's fine, just soften the knees a little. If you can't bring the fingers to the floor, use blocks or just keep your hands on your hips or forward. Hold for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then we're going to peel the left heel, off the floor, make a little bit of room and bring the left knee down, press into both feet and find a beautiful open crescent moon pose or half moon pose lunge. From here, we're going to deep breath in, deep breath out, and then transfer our weight into the right foot so we can turn the hips to face the long side of the mat. The left heel is extended with the toes pointing up. You can either use a block here to bring yourself into Skandasana, the squat pose here, or bring the palms together at the center of the chest. And then we're going to transfer our weight across to the other leg. So we want to turn the right toes up. And if you need to, you can do that all with your fingertips on the floor or with the hands in Namaste. And then from here, we're turning into a lunge. So we want the feet to turn to the left, right knee down. I'm just going to tuck my toe flat on this side because it's more comfortable for my knee, opening the chest, holding for a deep breath in, deep breath out. And then taking the hands towards the floor so we can lengthen both legs and come into our pyramid pose. So lengthening out of the hips and then folding over the legs, using blocks or hands on hips if you prefer. And then from here, we're going to slightly turn the right heel in, leave the left hand somewhere on the floor, a block, or the left leg, and peel the right elbow up towards the ceiling. So we take Trikonasana on this side. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then we're going to press through the right palm to come all the way up to center. And we're going to take our goddess pose or our wide leg squat for a deep breath in, deep breath out. And then we're just gently going to step our feet back to center. So we move to the other end of the mat, but come into Tadasana, interlace the fingers, turn the palms out, reaching up. And we take a side bend to the right first, stretching the left side of the body. And return, side bend to the right, stretching the left, stretching the right side of the body. And return, and then release the arms down, bring the hands together at the center of the chest. This is one half of the Moon Salutation. We do the same thing in reverse to do the other half. So I'm just going to step back ever so slightly on my mat. Make sure that you feel nice and centered and secure. Start with a deep breath in. Move the arms around the body, deep breath out, bringing the palms together at the center of the chest. Interlace your fingers the awkward way this time, breathing in as you reach the arms up. This time, breathing out as you lean to the left, extending through the right side of the body. Breathing in back to center, breathing out, lean to the right, extending through the left side of the body. Breathe in back to the center, and as you breathe out, step the feet wide and find your wide leg open squat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We're going to turn the right toes to the left toes to the left, lengthen the legs, reach the left hand across the leg as we sort of lean to the left side and then pivot from the waist into Trikonasana, holding for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We're going to let that right arm sweep down, slightly pivoting on the back leg, reaching the arms forward and reach out of the hips before folding into pyramid pose, using whatever supports you need to. From here, we're coming up onto the back toes to take the right knee down and pressing into both feet to come into our lunge pose, opening the chest, nice and firm in the belly and the buttocks. This is half moon pose. From here, we're taking the hands down on the inside of the left foot, pivoting so that we come into Skandasana, lengthening through the right leg, bringing the hands to the center of the chest, or if you prefer, leave the hands on the floor and simply transfer your weight to the opposite side. Heel is up on the toe that you're balancing on, toes are up on the leg you're extending. From Skandasana, we turn to the right. So we come into half moon pose again, our beautiful lunge, opening the chest. And from here, we can take the hands down to frame the front foot, extend the back leg, lengthen both legs, lengthen the arms and lengthen out of the hips to fold into pyramid pose. Parsvottanasana. And then placing your right hand somewhere on your right leg. Just want to turn the left toes out a little and then allow the left arm to peel up towards the ceiling, finding your Trikonasana for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Turn the left palm, press up to standing and find your wide leg squat. So toes open, knees open, chest open, elbows back and down. And then from here, nice buoyant legs. I'm going to step both feet to the right side of the mat, just as we did to begin with. Interlacing the fingers the awkward way, reaching the palms up. Exhaling as we tip to the left first, extending the right side of the body. Inhaling back to center and exhaling to the opposite side. Inhaling back to center, exhaling as the arms come down to finish with the palms together at the center of the chest. Wonderful stuff. So we're going to do it through one more time to each side, or one more time, a full round. But I'd recommend 3 of these, 3 rounds in total for your own practice. Sometimes they take a little while to get used to. It's okay to stop and take a break, to rewind the video and start again, to just do 1 round and build up to 2 and build up to 3 over the course of several weeks or months. So again, we're going to start in Tadasana, standing nice and tall, rearranging any clothing we need to rearrange. We start by taking a deep breath to move the arms around the body and exhale as the hands come to the center of the chest. Interlace your fingers the normal way. And if you want to, you don't have to turn the palms out. You can do this with the palms turned towards the body. Breathing in as the arms go up. Breathing out as you bend to the right, extending the left side of the body. Breathing in back to center. Breathing out to the opposite side. Breathing in back to center, and from here, stepping your feet wide, turning the toes out, turning the knees to point out over the toes, taking the arms to cactus arms. From here, we're going to turn the left toes to the right, turn the right toes to the right, lengthen both legs, lengthen both arms, reach over your right leg and pivot into Trikonasana for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Bringing the left arm down just as the hips pivot, and we just gently pivot on that back toe, reaching the arms forward, legs still nice and long, and folding into Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. From here, we're going to come up onto the ball of the left foot, bend the left knee down, and press into both feet to reach the arms up and over. Beautiful back bend, supported by really strong buttocks and abdominal muscles. From here, we take the hands down as we pivot onto the right toe and the left heel, extending through the left leg. Hands can come to the center of the chest or to the floor. We're going to transfer our weight across to the opposite side, going nice and slowly and carefully, finding our balance, hands on the floor or blocks if you need to. And then from here, we're turning to the left side of the mat, pressing into both feet to find our lunge again, opening through the front of the body, firm and steady in the feet, the legs, the back of the body. Reach the hands down to frame the front foot, just lengthening both legs, reaching the arms forward to lengthen out of the hips and the base of the spine before you fold into pyramid pose here. From here, we're going to come up enough just to pivot slightly on that back toe, place the left hand down on the left leg and peel the right arm up towards the ceiling, finding Trikonasana for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Turning the palm of the hand to press up to standing, opening both toes to point out to the side and finding our wide leg squat. And then from here, just need a bit of buoyancy across the feet to lightly step to the left of the mat, interlacing the fingers the comfortable way, maybe turning the palms down as we breathe in, breathing out as we lean over to the right, breathing in back to the center, breathing out over to the left, breathing in back to the center, breathing out as we draw the arms all the way around the body to finish with the hands at the center of the chest. One more time in reverse. Breathing in, reaching the arms around the body and up. Breathing out as the palms come down to the center of the chest. Interlace your fingers the awkward way. Breathing in, reaching the arms out, palms turned down or palms turned up, it doesn't matter. Exhale as you lean over to the left first this time, breathing in back to the center, breathing out over to the right. Breathing in back to the center, and from here, stepping the feet wide as you breathe out, taking one deep breath in and out in your goddess pose. Turning both feet to the left, lengthening the legs and the arms. Reach your left arm to the left and pivot into Trikonasana. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Allow the right arm to come down. Little pivot on the back toe so the heel points slightly further away to the right. Reach the arms forward and then see if you can fold into a slightly deeper version of your Parsvottanasana. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We're going to come up onto the ball of the right foot. Take the right knee down. Press into both feet as you come into a beautiful lunge, opening the front of the body. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Hands come down inside the left foot as we pivot and turn into Skandasana. Hands can stay down if they like. You can have them at Namaste if you prefer. Use any support to move yourself to the opposite end of the mat with the left toes lifted and the right heel lifted. From here, turning back into your lunge, but facing towards the right side of the mat, pressing into the feet, reaching the arms open, really firm in the belly and the buttocks. And then from here, just gently stepping your foot slightly in, lengthening out of both legs, lengthening out of the base of the spine, arms reaching forward to begin, and fold over your straight legs. The front leg is the right leg. And then from here, we're going to place the right hand on the leg, somewhere that's handy, and peel the left arm up towards the ceiling. You might need to slightly turn your toes back towards the center of the mat. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Turn your palm up to the ceiling, coming into your wide leg squat for the last time in this particular session. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then gently stepping your feet together at the right side of your mat or towards each other. Interlace your fingers the awkward way, palms turned down or turned up. Inhaling up, exhaling as you bend over to the left. Inhaling back to standing, exhaling over to the right. Inhaling back to standing and exhale as you separate the hands, bring them all the way around the body to finish together at the center of your chest. Take a moment to feel the effect of your practice. Maybe sigh out through the mouth. Whenever you're ready, releasing the hands down, making any adjustments with clothing. Now is a great time to do a little bit of quiet breathing or relaxation before you go on around about the rest of your day. But I hope you've enjoyed this little view of the Moon Salutation. Namaste.